Hello everybody and welcome back to another blind commentary of Jormungand episode 6 as per usual, outro time and all that. So yeah, it's finally not too hot for me to record. I'm so happy. I've been just I've been suffering here, so finally we get to continue. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I actually my hair's gotten too long, so I decided to wear a ponytail. But yeah. Um Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. There still is no clear explanation for the world name Jormungand. Mostly, I know what it means, but the world-eating snake. But there's no meaning behind that yet, unless it's supposed to mean that like the arms dealers are like the Jormungand, theoretically speaking, of reality, in the way that they are producing tools which are used to destroy everything and create just mass destruction. Just hear that Persona 3 song, but yeah. Maybe, probably not. Possibly though. So, now without further ado, let us just begin the episode proper. I know, I already have to give a little bit of a comment here. But it's pretty nice that there is, even though the show is definitely just very episodic and all that, it still follows a very good structural format between the episodes in that it follows logically from one another, and even though there are time gaps and events happen that we don't see, they are not meaningful, and that's why we are not seeing them. So it's just the episodes follow from one another, so it's not just a collection of random events, but it's a clearly defined story, and that's something I really like.
Enemy 2、1分で来る。
海賊め、enemy 3。ウゴ左舷だ。
That's actually pretty interesting little note on the background, and they are using a very like this. It's nothing complicated, but the background track has a very heavy driving not bass drum, basically driving it forward very nicely. Just quickly spotting that there, but just a quick comment on that. But that's something that the show has always been doing, at least so far, and it's just something very nice because that kind of creates a connection to that sound, that kind of sound in the show kind of means that there's going to be conflict now. So that's a nice connection that they are creating.
Enemy 3に RPG。ヨナ、爆発まで伏せていろ。本音はぬるすぎだ、賊め。
That is, I like that they are immediately just giving a really just. That's a very high note to start the episode, and they are, of course, it's a conflict, so that already is a pretty good, energetic start for the episode. But there's also a very good conflict for Jonah. What is he going to do now? So that's nice.
とどめだ、レム。
鉱物資材を積んで帰ってきて、あら優秀な会社ねって誰もが言う。俺は
Man, it's a bit hard to concentrate on that episode because that backing track. What does that remind me of? That, I mean, it's obviously just pretty regular jazz, but it has very stereotypical jazz riff to it, and I really like. Actually, is that closer to blues? That's probably closer to blues now that I think about it. This is why I should study more music, but yeah, I really like the background track. It sounds just, it's nice. It's really nice. I kind of want to look up the soundtrack for this show because it's really good. So
わかるんだよね、金の匂い。きな臭い金の匂いが混じってんだよ。
now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't remember. We were told that, of course, the Hekmatiar, Kasper and Coco were born in the sea, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But we haven't been given their like birth parents ever, like their so-called nationality at all, which is understandable. Of course, they are kind of meant to be like not loyal to any nation, and that makes sense. That makes sense, and that's a very good plot device for that. So I was just wondering, like that, their names sound like something that could be like maybe Russian originating. So maybe I might be wrong. Like, it's interesting if I really don't remember, but I think we were not given their like original birthplace or their parents' nationality at any point. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I'm asking.
ドクタードクターマイアミいらっしゃいますかドクター
会社の南アフリカ工場にいるが、彼女の作るものは必ずと言っていいほど軍事転用されてしまうロボット技術のスペシャリストだ。
That explains why that butterfly seemed so off-putting. That's pretty cool. That's a clever way to make it stand out like that.
私の研究を応用して兵器を作って殺しようが何しようが、そんな問題は今にも絶滅しますよな君。おはよう、バルメ。
Okay, so there's something I'd kind of like to see, and that's, I mean, I would like, so maybe a little bit unreasonable, considering that Valmet is already like somewhat toned, and she does have a little bit more muscle on her body than usual. I would still like her to be a little bit more toned, like have a little bit more muscle on her, but that's not that important. That's just a side note. Whatever, she still looks fine enough, and I really like her character design, but you know, I kind of want to see. I really would like to see more muscles on females in general, just everywhere, because that I kind of like that look. So, whatever.
はい、ゴム製のナイフです。朝の体操しませんし、キャスパー・ヘクマティアルに駆られた私の部下へ供物にしてやる。
Oh, that's interesting. Now, I do wonder why she has a vendetta against Casper. It's gonna be... They are setting up so many storylines here. And the show has a very interesting way of just weaving in story structures like this without actually going into too much detail into them, and leaving a lot for us to interpret and infer on our own, which I like, once again. So it's interesting. It's a very subtle type of story. Subtle, not too subtle, but it's an intriguing way of storytelling.
どうだ敵がいそうかヨナボ
聞かないでよね。8人も。キャスパーの件もお前がほころびだったな。地獄で詫びてこい。
Holy crap. Oh, I was expecting that. Oh, this is gonna... Yeah, I was thinking that there's probably some kind of connection between her and... Oh, this... Oh, man. Alright. On to the outro. Of course, I should probably turn on the camera. So, yeah. Well, that was interesting. Ah, it looked very different with the ponytail. Okay, so... Man, that was interesting. I really liked that episode. It had a lot of subtle storytelling and a lot of interesting character development and just exploring the different factions and characters quite efficiently and effectively. And also in a way that's not like too in your face, in a way that you have to actually kind of connect the dots and just have to think on your own, which is just involving and just makes you actually immersed and just think. It makes you think about the show, which actually like it's just when you have to think about the show, at least in any kind of way, even if it's just like figuring out exactly how the connections go, it's something that really cements the show in your mind, and that's really good way to make the show stand out in your mind, and I like that. That's effective. So Yeah, that's interesting. There's so many cool imagery in this episode as well. I really like that really nice juxtaposition that I think they are still in Africa, even though it's a snowy mountain, which is something you really like. At least in up here in Finland, we rarely associate like snow with Africa, so that is very interesting. But I really like that. So, of course, we get once again some character development and story building and all that for Coco, and actually most all characters and recurring characters and all that fun stuff. It's very nice. I really like that, and the episode was structured so freaking well, just showcasing her I forgot the woman's name, that female's name, that enemy female leader. Damn it, it was said even a second ago. Whatever, I forgot it, but she was built up so effectively to be a powerful opponent, but also a very strict leader. So yeah, I really like that. Man, that's a really good cliffhanger to leave the episode also on. So yeah, I like it. I really like it. But for now, man, that's getting really hot. So I thank you all very much for watching. I'll hope to see you all in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Gunmo out. Thank you all very much for watching.